This video is going to be about our uplighting. These are our uplights. They come in the case of 10. You'll see it has a number on the outside, 35. And when we open up the case, we'll see all the lights also have the corresponding number 35 on them. You'll see each case is numbered. This one, for example, has 35 on it. All the lights inside also have 35 on it as well. And the reason for this is so we know which case the lights came out of, because some jobs you might have 100 lights on it. They all need to go back in the right case at the end of the night, because that way we'll know if some are broken or some need to get repaired, and it makes it easier for other people when they have to use the lights after you. There are two ways we use our lights. We use them for uplighting things like rooms, hallways, and we also use them to decorate the room, and we use that on the lighting controller. For this first lesson, I'm going to show you how to set individual colors in order to use it just for a basic uplight. Now on the back of our light, you'll see there are two buttons, one for the battery and one to turn the actual light on. Now the light is on, you'll notice that this light is blinking. This indicates that the wireless is on. Also, you'll see, first thing we'll need to do is turn off our wireless. In order to do that, we're going to press the menu button to make sure we're on the home screen. Then we'll press up or down and go over to settings. We'll press enter to go into settings. We're going to use up or down to go down to 2, where it says 2.4 wireless. We're going to press enter. We're going to use either the up or down to go to off. We're going to use the enter button again to lock it in. Now our wireless is off. You'll see it's gone from the upper left corner and the light is no longer blinking. We're going to hit the menu button till we're back at our home screen. Next, we're going to use the up or down button to go over to where it says color. We're going to press enter. We're going to go down to static color, press enter, and now the light turns on and our light comes on. Now we're going to use the up or down buttons to scroll through the 32 available colors. For this example, we're going to select blue. So we're going to use the down button to go to blue, which is number 3, press enter to lock it in. We're going to press the menu button until we get back to the home screen. And now our uplight is blue and ready to be placed in the room. You'll notice that it has a handle and feet on the back. You can use these to adjust the angle that you want to place the uplight at. You'll notice that the uplight has a handle. You can use these handles as feet so we can place the uplight at any angle. Simply adjust by using these two knobs on the left or the right to adjust the angle that you like to place your uplight. Alternatively, we can also use it and lay it flat if you want to use it to uplight a column or something. Pro tip, these lights have between an 8 and a 12-hour battery life. Typically, I'll turn them off by simply doing this until 1 hour before the event, so that way we make sure that we have enough battery power to last for the entire event. So we're ready now to add control of our uplights to our lighting controller that we use, which is the Wolf Mix. In the Wolf Mix case, in addition to the power cords, we're going to go into our case and get a short DMX cable that we're going to use to connect our lights. In order to use our lights in a setting and be controllable, one light has to be the master and the other lights are slave to it. So the first thing we're going to do is set up our master light. In order to set up our master light, first, grab our DMX cable. We're going to plug into one end into the input. We're going to plug into the DMX in of the light that we want to be our master light. Then we plug the other end in. We're going to plug our other end into the back of our DMX controller. Doesn't matter which one you plug it into, any one that's open. Now that it's connected, now we have to program our light so that it works with the controller. First thing we're going to do is make sure our antenna is up. And now we have to turn the wireless on this particular light and set our DMX channel. In order to make it work with the controller and all the lights together, we need to turn on the wireless. We're going to go over to settings with the up or down button, press enter, use the up or down button to scroll to 2.4 wireless, enter. We're going to use the up or down button again to select on and press enter. You'll notice as soon as we press on and enter, the wireless light starts to flash. We're setting the wireless channel so that we know all our lights can be on the same channel and talk to each other. You'll see the black button next to the blinking signal. That's going to be our channel selector. We're going to press this button to cycle through the different channels. I typically use the blue channel. So I'm going to hit it. You see it's going to go through different colors. And I'm going to stop when it gets to blue, and it's going to start blinking red again. The red blinking lets us know that this is our master light and we're ready to go. We're going to go back to our controller and run a pattern so that way I know all our lights are synced up together. I typically hit the color effects button to make sure that to get a good effect. Now that we have our channel selected, we need to select the correct DMX address for our lights to be able to talk to the controller. To get to the DMX address, we're going to hit the menu button till we're in the home screen, use the up or down buttons until we get to DMX 512, which is this one in the top left corner. Then we're going to press the enter button, where it's going to start with whatever the last address was. For these lights, they're always going to be on channel 79, so we're going to use up or down until we get to 79. Press enter. Now our light is talking to our controller. In order to verify that it's talking to the controller, we're going to select a pattern. Now we're back at our controller. I'm going to run a color effect to make sure our light is working properly, and I'm going to use that color effect as well to talk to the other lights and make sure they're synced up properly. You'll see the light is changing colors. That means it's talking properly and everything is set up properly for the master light. Now we can go set up the rest of the lights to talk to the master light. I'm going to leave the color effect on so that way I know that everything is synced up properly. I'm going to go to my other lights. Now we're at our light and it's time to program the rest of our lights. It could be 5 lights, 10 lights, even 100 lights. First thing we're going to do, pull up the antenna like so. Turn on each one of our switches to turn our light on. We're going to press the menu button to get to our home screen. Use the up or down to go over to settings. Press enter. We're going to go down to wireless. Press enter. We're going to go to on and then enter. Wireless is now on for this light as well. You'll see it's blinking red because it thinks it's the master. We need to set the DMX address and channel so that this light follows our other light. So now we go back to the home screen by pressing menu. We're going to go over to up or down over to DMX 512. We're going to press enter. We're going to go over to 79. You'll see it change from a blinking red to a blinking green, which means this light is now talking to each other. This is something you have to do for every light that you want to hook up to the controller. It seems complicated, but after repetition and you do it so often, it'll become second nature to you. Now the event is done and it's time to pack up. We're going to unplug all of our lights, whether it's just the master or the individuals. We're going to make sure that we turn off both buttons, place the antennas down. Make sure that each light goes back in the number of the case it's supposed to go into. 35 on the light, 35 on the case. We're going to put it back in the case. We're not going to throw it. And we're going to make sure that it's plugged in. So now it's back in the case. You see the center strip where all the power plugs are? We actually charge the lights in the case. Power plug, make sure we plug it into the back of the light, push it all the way down so it's secure. Take another one, push it all the way down so it's secure. We're going to take any handles that are loose that we might have removed, make sure they're tucked in. Make sure all the wires are inside the case, none on the outside of the case. That way we don't crimp the wires and damage them. We're going to close our case. Make sure that both latches are closed and our wires are packed up and ready to go. When this case gets back to the warehouse now, all we have to do is plug it in here to get everything to charge. Now it's time to make sure we put our controller away. After we unplug it, make sure we're grabbing the power brick, putting it back into the power strip. We're going to take our DMX cable, wrap that up neatly, stick that in the side. We're going to take our USB printer cable, wrap that up as well, put that in the side. We're going to take our controller, put it back next to the other one, grab the top, make sure it's seated correctly, like so. We are good to go.